Good evening and welcome to the UN-Rummage sale for community COVID relief. We are absolutely delighted that you have joined us here this evening. We're going to get the program started in just a few moments, but we wanted to quickly remind you that this event is an online service auction. At the end of this very special event, the auction will be live and you will have the opportunity to bid on services provided by fellow Ingomar church members and, at the same time, help support our community and a lot of great organizations that need our help. However, to participate in the auction that follows this program, you will first need to register with the auction website. If you've already registered, great. But if you haven't, here's a few quick steps to help you out. First, please visit ingomarchurch.org and click the UN-Rummage sale button. This will take you to a registration website that can help you register for the auction site or donate to our cause. Simply fill out the form and hit submit. Once that is done, they will send you an email to your entered address. Please confirm your email address before proceeding any further. This will help you receive alerts from not only the auction service, but us in the event that we need to get in contact with you after you've won an item. Once confirmation is complete, you're all set up and ready to go. Once the UN-Rummage sale event concludes, the auction will be live and a link will be posted below the video. You can follow this link to return you to the auction website, where all of the items will be listed over the next few days for you to bid on. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's get to the event. Please welcome the founder of Hairpiece Charities and Ingomar Church family member, Bonnie Diver.
Well, welcome. It is the UN-Rummage sale here at Ingomar Church. I'm Bonnie Diver, also known as Bonnie Hall for a lot of you folks around here. I'm very happy to help MC this event for you tonight. I'm an Ingomar family member for over 20 years, radio announcer for the iHeartRadio stations, 3WS, DVE, WJS, ESPN Radio, and a bunch more. And also the director and founder of Hairpiece Charities, which I will talk more about in a little bit. But before we get started, if you don't mind, a word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for bringing us together tonight for this very special event that is sure to be a blessing to so many people. And we ask you to not just to bless those who are going to be receiving, but also the givers. Blessed to be a blessing. We thank you for the ability to be your arms and to outreach into our community and to serve others who are in need. Thank you so much for this family. Amen. So I can't say thank you enough for your heart. Let me just say a little boldly and a little off script to say that God doesn't want your money. He wants our hearts. We lead with our heart. When you lead with your heart, that is the heart that God wants to be a giver. He is the original giver. He was generous to us by giving us his son because we needed it. He saw the need, and that's how he took care of us. And so how do we respond to his generosity to us? We give to others and let people know who he is. So that's what this is all about tonight. This is about the heart of God being the givers that he has put on our heart to be for other people. So thank you. Lead with your heart. It's like Christmas. I like seeing kids opening up the presents. That gives me joy. Not so much the gifts that I give, but the joy of seeing others opening those gifts. And that is the kind of joy that I want you to feel tonight by being that type of a giver. Lead with your heart. So just keep that in mind and be the light. Shine tonight. All right. You're the light, Ingomar. You know how to do this. You are the best. And so here we go. This is a virtual event. The theme is building a bridge of hope. Hope. What is hope? Well, it's what everybody has, right? Hope is what Christians are. We are the hope of the world. And when a doctor would say something to someone like, there's no hope. No. we do not comprehend that. We know there is hope. There's always hope. So there's no such thing as someone saying no hope. So I love the word hope when it comes to Christians because it just makes me smile. So thank you for being part of building a bridge of hope so that others feel that love and that always presence of God that will take us wherever we go. So tonight you're going to hear inspiring stories about how our community is blessed by special groups. There's live music. There's an auction like no other. You are not going to see these things that are in the auction anywhere else. So this is a once-in-a-lifetime kind of a thing. So it's very exciting to be a part of this Building a Bridge of Hope auction event tonight. We're going to release some live auction items in about 30 minutes, so stand by for something that's going to be really amazing. And you know, we are virtual tonight, and although we really can't see you, I had my romper room spyglass out earlier, and I checked out a few of you. So, for example, I know that, you know, the attire is casual, but come on, Pastor Greg, what did your mother say to you? If you have a hole in your T-shirt, no, just saying. Romper Room Spyglass was out tonight, and we know. So, here we are. I miss our rummage sale. The rummage sale that we would have had 3 times since COVID has hit. And the rummage sale is such an amazing blessing to the community, but without it, we had to rethink. And so I'm very thankful to our missions committee and everyone who put this together to say we have to rethink rummage, we have to get out there and help the community, and so this is how we're going to make this happen. People are struggling in 50 zip codes, but they're going to feel the arms of Ingomar tonight by helping out what you're doing with the UN-Rummage sale. And during COVID, the needs of those grew. COVID shut us down. We had to put everything on hold, but those needs are still out there and even greater than they have been before COVID. So this is so important, and we want to thank everybody who helped to make this all happen so that we could have this opportunity to be a blessing for those who are really, truly in need. And that's what this is all about. Relief is coming to our local community tonight. And I just want to thank you so much for being here. Hearth is a program, one of the first that we're going to hear about tonight, and it finds the needs of women and children. Women and children. So let's watch.
Hearth is a facility-based program that provides transitional housing to families in Allegheny County. Started in 1995 by a group of dedicated volunteers with just one goal, to help those suffering in their own backyard. Today, that organization is so much more. Here's one of the stories from hundreds of people who have been helped by Hearth.
You don't just fall in love with someone that's an abuser. It's good at first. You have a good life, and then these things start happening that you never think would happen to you. Every time I tried to leave, I came back because of finances, and I was afraid to lose my kids. The very last time that I left, I ended up in the hospital and knew I had a long fight ahead of me. I started looking up different things online, and I called different hotlines, and I needed answers, and that's when I found Hearth. The first time I walked into Hearth, I was so emotional. It just was not what I had expected. I was given this apartment. It was, the closest thing to normal you could think of. Some of the things I've learned at Hearth, I got the help to go back to school. I had no kind of sense of how to do anything by myself, because for so many years I wasn't allowed to do things on my own. So I had the help, as silly as it sounds, I had help to learn to live life like an adult alone. This time last year, I was just so mentally beat down that I thought I couldn't do anything, that I couldn't take care of kids on my own, that I would never get anywhere without my abuser, because for years that's what was put in my head. And today I feel confident and I feel happy about moving forward, and that, you know, I am able to do these things on my own, and I am able to take care of my children on my own. Everyone at Hearth, every employee, they are here because they want to be here, and they want to see everyone succeed, and they want what is best for our kids and for our safety. They're here for you, and they make you feel comfortable. Hearth is life-saving to me. Hearth is safety and normalcy for my children. Hearth is beautiful.
Hearth offers safety, security, dignity, and life skills training, as well as daily necessities on site, such as a food pantry, clothing closet, computer lab, laundry facility, early Head Start classroom, playgrounds, a sports court, and so much more. By helping women become independent, Hearth helps to reduce the risk of clients returning to an abusive situation. For more than 2 decades, Hearth has prided itself on giving homeless women with children a safe, secure place while they work to become economically self-sufficient. Our success has been built on the tremendous support of friends, donors, and volunteers. You can have a direct impact on stopping the cycles of abuse and poverty. Visit www.hearth-bp.org to learn how you can get involved and make a difference.
Wow, we're so inspired, right? Okay, well, there's a lot more inspiration that we are going to have coming up. So thank you again for being here, and thank you for everyone who helped to put this together for our Un-Rummage sale tonight. We are getting close to our live auction. This is an online service auction, and we have some great items. So make sure you have your credit cards. Checks are okay too. Have them ready. People have generously donated a wide variety of services that you can bid on, like life and business coaching, physical therapy consultation, and having your car detailed. I think that's going to be a very high ticket price for some of us, me included. The link to the auction is below the YouTube video and on the church website, and it will be live very soon. Very exciting. The auction is going to run through Tuesday at 9 p.m., so there's plenty of time to bid, and you can use your credit cards or checks. It's especially easy to see if you are winning the bid, because you'll get an email that will update you to let you know that somebody else has outbid you. And if you don't see the items that work for you, please remember, just designate your gift to missions, and your donation will help in such an important way to help our neighbors that are in need. All donations go far in helping others. $10 can help provide someone without a vehicle for 2 rides to work via public transportation. $50 can provide 250 meals. $100 can keep a family of 4 from having their heat shut off. Now let's watch this next video.
I'm good, how are you?
Getting any kind of resources really help out at this time.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it so much.
I'm really happy that I'm able to reach out to somebody for help.
Do you take the backpacks?
All right, good stuff there, right? Well, what are some of the auction items? All right, we have such a wide variety of items that you are sure to find something that you can't be without. So, if you need help around the house, yeah, a skilled handyman, who doesn't? Well, he'll come to your house and help you out for 4 hours. You can enjoy good food. Yeah, who doesn't like that? Cindy and Frank Boise will teach you how to make authentic ricotta cavatelli, or Jan Lamb, who does nothing but cook. Well, that's generally speaking, that's Jan Lamb, but she will prepare a gourmet dinner at her home for you. There are items available for families too. You can bid on a fire department tour and learn about home fire safety. Do you have a baby on the way? You can bid on Zoom baby shower planning and treats, or customized baby Afghan. Your dollars will have such a great impact on people hit hard during the pandemic. For years, Ingomar volunteers have gone down to Daily Bread. It's a soup kitchen on the north side. Monthly, they're there and they help to provide a hot meal for people in the area who are struggling. Many are homeless. There's always grateful hearts and appreciation, and they're touched by you, by the people who go down and show that they care. But those are the kind of organizations that have had challenges over the past year by not being prepared by COVID. So, for example, Daily Bread had to switch to providing meals that were in-house to-go meals. So the cost of the to-go containers alone added a lot of extra cost. With the increased cost required cleaning and sanitation, and it just stretched them very thin. So for $20, your donation can provide over 10 hot meals. Let's watch more.
Good morning, Ingomar Church. I'm Bob Marvelli, the director of Daily Bread Ministry. And first off, I would love to thank you for your continued support in these challenging times. Daily Bread is a ministry of Church Union of the United Methodist Church, one of many. We minister to those who live on the streets, and to those here on the north side, and 12 other communities who know food insecurity and poverty. What we love to do here is love up on people. Our mission statement is to show love beyond love and grace beyond measure. Our hope is that as we do that, as people are introduced into the love of God and Jesus Christ, motivation just to make life changes and to seek life transformation. We provide food and clothing and essentials. We provide just friendly conversation. We provide spiritual nurture. We provide guidance into all the resources in Pittsburgh. And just so grateful for your continued support. Special thanks to Paula and Susan and her team, who have been so faithful during this COVID crisis. One of the things about Daily Bread, we are one of 2 ministries whose doors have not shut this past year. And people have found refuge and prayer and encouragement and hope within these doors. So again, thank you.
Great stuff. Great stuff. I got to hold the microphone up. Great stuff. It was so good. So what about these auction items? Well, there's some more stuff. Most of us have pictures laying around the house or sitting on the computer. And during COVID, if you've had nothing to do, maybe you've been going through some of those old pictures. Well, what are you going to do with them? Well, we have auction items that will help with that. You can bid on having your photos made into a photo memory book for yourself or as a gift. You know, I did this kind of thing for my nieces and nephews. It's really nice to make sure that some of these great photos don't get lost. And so this is a great service. They digitize up to 1,000 of your print photos and return them on a flash drive, so you have them all together. And we have help for professionals as well. We have life coaching on dealing with difficult people. And I would just slap somebody. I guess that's not the right way to go. But coaching on career changes, radio, that might be something important for me. We have so many different items to pick from. And every dollar you spend will go directly to local organizations. One of Ingomar Church's favorite connections is Bethany House, preschool, after school, and youth service programming, located in the impoverished community of Northview Heights on the north side of Pittsburgh. Both the after-school program and the preschool were closed during the pandemic, but fortunately, they're now reopened. During the summer, the buildings were used for a place to provide meals to go for the children. They possibly couldn't have been able to eat without that lunch. Bethany House focuses on those who do not have extra help with some of their school studies. They have tutoring, computer access, and hope for those who otherwise would not have it. Let's see more.
Hi, my name is Reverend Larry Homitsky, and I happen to be the Executive Director of the United Methodist Church Union. And I really thank you for inviting me to be part of your mission program today. And I want to begin by giving thanks to Ingomar United Methodist Church. For so many years has been such a wonderful partner of Bethany House Academy and Church Union. And let me begin by simply saying that back in the early 1960s, Church Union purchased a farmhouse and what was left of a farm right next to where the city was building Northview Heights. It was to be an experiment in a racial inclusive environment and community. But today it's one of the most impoverished and difficult communities to live in Allegheny County. And for the past 55 now years, Bethany House Academy has provided elements to assist the population and the community there in Northview Heights. An early childhood preschool has been one of the elements, and tutoring programs for children has been another element. Over the years, there's been camps in the summer times that have been led there to assist even more children. And of course, over this past year with COVID, none of that has been able to take place. But we've been using this time to renovate the building and also to restructure the ministries there so they could touch even more people. Bethany House Academy is hoping this fall that they can continue to increase its partnership with Church Union by providing even more space for other nonprofits to assist the population there in Northview Heights. For instance, one of our partners right now is the Somalian Bhutanese population. Siraji is a leader of a nonprofit. He's hoping to get started to assist that particular area of the community with their special concerns and needs. We are hoping that by the end of this calendar year, there'll be 4 different other nonprofits that are in our facility sharing the space that is so badly needed for them to have a site in order to expand the ministries and respond to the great needs in that particular area of Allegheny County that we know as Northview Heights. So thank you so much for all of the support and the partnership over so many years. And as you consider what to do with your resources to support others in our community, to love thy neighbor as thyself, we hope that you would consider Bethany House Academy and Church Union. And if we can be of any assistance or to clarify or to assist in any way possible, please know that you can call the Church Union offices at 412-231-4900 or find us online or simply just be there any of the days that we're already open, and we'd be happy to give you a tour to show you on the possibilities and some of the visions and dreams that you may help make possible with your gifts and with your ongoing support. Once again, Thank you, Ingomar United Methodist Church, for being there and really truly believing that you can make a difference in our world today and the ways you already have. Thank you.
All right, good stuff. Now, I want to have a couple of reminders for you. Remember to look for the link to the auction website on the YouTube page or on the church website. That link will take you to the auction, and then you'll be able to start bidding. You'll have until Tuesday at 9 p.m. to get your bids in there and to check everything out. A few new items will be added daily, so check back often. Please consider bidding on these items or make a monetary donation through the auction site or the church website, and you're going to help out all of these wonderful organizations. So check back often. I keep saying that, check back often, okay? Do that. All right, so here we go. I need to put on a different hat, and so now I'm going to talk about the organization that Ingomar started about 17 years ago at Leadership Council with me. All right, so I'm Bonnie Diver. I will start off by saying I never dreamed I would have cancer. I never dreamed I would start a nonprofit organization, but 17 years ago, almost 18 years ago, I found cancer, and I was, of course, devastated. I came back to my Ingomar family at that time and said, here's my situation. And I say Ingomar is a family because it was amazing. You are amazing. So I'm so thankful, and I will always be thankful for Ingomar's loving arms around me and my husband as we were going through a difficult time with cancer. They picked me up and carried us through. So that's who you are. And then not only do I get through cancer, but I'm out talking about it to anybody I can talk to, all these different organizations. And I said the whole thing about fighting cancer is that you have to do it with faith and not fear. So what does that mean? I have to do this by not being afraid that cancer is pushing me into what I'm doing, but I have to get my faith on. And then when you have God as your foundation, that's more powerful. Christ is the big C. Cancer is the small c. And so that is how you have to put your perspective on. And so I talked about this to groups, and my doctor said, well, you're in radio, you've got a voice, people know who you are, and you're out talking to groups and you have this passion. Why don't you raise some money to help women who are going through chemotherapy and lose their hair when they're going through their treatment, because it's expensive and insurance generally doesn't cover the cost of a wig. What is the importance of a wig? Well, cancer takes a lot away from you, but we try to give something back. So I'm going to show this video now just to give you perspective.
Losing your hair can feel like losing everything. Hairpiece helps raise funds to provide wigs for cancer patients in need of a little support and confidence.
So that's a little perspective about what it's like to go through hair loss. And here's a thank you letter that we received from someone. I get a lot of these, which is really sweet and wonderful to know that we're making that impact. It says, thank you very much for providing a wig for me as I got through chemo. It will go a long way in helping me to feel whole and confident instead of like a cancer patient. The reading material is encouraging and uplifting, which goes a long way in making a patient feel empowered. It was a pleasure to talk to you on the phone. You remind us that we are not alone in this battle. And so what happens is when someone is diagnosed with cancer, they call me, and then I talk to them about what they're going through. Yes, we will give $200 to help to pay for your wig and send that to the salon that you go to. But we also talk about where they are in their treatment. I'm always going to try to encourage them, find something that they can grab onto, including faith, including good resources and health and fighting stress and things like that. And so we also send out 2 books to everybody I speak to. One is called You're Never Alone, Prayers and Meditation to Sustain You Through Cancer. So this is 60 different situations you go through in a prayerful way to help you resolve what you're going through with cancer. And then the other book that we put together is called The Warrior's Guide. And The Warrior's Guide is information about good food and some recipes and fighting stress and finding faith through cancer and a lot of other great things to keep you into being a warrior mode and being empowered. We've helped thousands of women thanks to Ingomar starting this up when I needed help in starting a nonprofit 17 years ago. 400 women called last year. COVID does not stop cancer. In this season, we've had enough people to call that looks like 500 women will call this year. So I thank you for your generosity, for standing behind me and what I'm doing. It's just a passion that I never dreamed I would ever be a part of, but I'm very thankful that God is making this bigger than cancer. So I want to thank you for attending this event. And as we're kind of getting to the closing and getting closer to the auction, this is a really special night. Every dollar that you spend on the auction will go to organizations like Hair Peace, like Hearth, all that we've heard about tonight. Those are local organizations, and you can help with a donation, or you can do the auction bidding. Whatever you have to give from your heart is so appreciated. Again, thank you so much for the missions. Thank you so much for being a part of this church that is the arms of God reaching out to those who need to feel His presence, needs to feel His hugs around them during difficult times. So again, so many thanks are going out to all of you who helped make this possible, the missions committee as well as Ingomar Church. Anybody who's watching tonight, get your friends, get your family involved in what's happening here. Again, it goes on until Tuesday at 9 o'clock. We're just about ready to kick it off and to see live what's going to happen with the auction. It's so exciting. There's so many wonderful things that you're going to love to bid on. So before we do that, we're going to have a very special song presentation from Ellen Swain.
I'd gladly walk across the desert with no shoes upon my feet, to share with you the last bite of bread I had to eat. I would swim out to save you in your sea of broken dreams. All your hopes come sinking. Let me show you what love means. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time? I would whisper love so loudly every heart could understand that love and only love can join the tribes of men. I would give my heart's desire so that you might see. The first step is to realize that it all comes down to you and me. Love can build a bridge between your heart and mine. Love can build a bridge. Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Beloved children of God, go in peace and care for one another in Christ's name, and may God bless you with every gift that you need for His work. And may the Spirit grant you the willingness to risk yourself completely for the sake of the gospel. And may the love and compassion and hope and faith of Jesus Christ be with you always. Amen.
When we stand together, it's our finest hour. We can do anything, anything.
Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Yes, I do. Oh, you know, you know, you know.
Between your heart and mine.
Between your heart and mine.
Love can build a bridge.
Don't you think it's time? Don't you think it's time?
Oh, wow. Thank you, Ellen. That is so wonderful. We have such talent here, right? So thank you, Ellen. Thank you to the Missions Committee. Thank you to everyone who donated and everyone who's going to bid and all of your donations and for your generous heart. Ingomar, you are so special to me and so special to so many people. So we're very appreciative and just can't say thank you enough. Here we go. Are you ready? We're going to kick off the auction. Oh my gosh. So everyone, get ready for the auction. Here we go.
The auction is now live. Thank you for attending the UN-Rummage sale for community COVID relief. Please click the link below this video and it will take you to the auction website. If you haven't already registered for the auction website, please follow the directions listed on the screen when you click the link. Thank you so much for helping to provide much needed relief to our community.
the side of the street, tucking your cloak from around your shoulders right down to your feet. Does that blanket keep you warm on those cold Jericho nights? Could you toss it to the curb if you knew today you'd regain your sight? Oh, blind Bartimaeus, now take courage, stand up, hear his voice, leave your possessions, run to Jesus. Though they mock you you know he would walk by today? How did you hear him over the crowds? Did you know what he'd say? Or did it surprise you when his voice asked, what do you want me to do? In the midst of all the noise and the crowds trying to silence you, a blind Bartimaeus, Lord, take courage, stand up, hear his voice, leave your possessions, run to your Jesus. Though they mock you, you know your choice. Son of David, he shouted, have mercy on me. Call him here. Jesus replied, what do you ask of me? Bartimaeus, begging blind, do you choose not to see? Clutching your blanket in the rain, is it your sole security? Does that blanket keep you cold from the burning of God's holy fire? Will you do as you are told? Toss it aside and ignite with his loving desire. A blind Bartimaeus, Lord, take courage, stand up, hear his voice, leave your wet blanket, run blind to your Jesus. Though they mock you, you know your choice. Oh, blind Bartimaeus, Lord, take courage, stand up, count the cost, run through the darkness into his presence, leave your blanket behind, leave your cloak on the curb. Bartimaeus.
The auction is now live. Thank you for attending the UN-Rummage sale for community COVID relief. Please click the link below this video and it will take you to the auction website. If you haven't already registered for the auction website, please follow the directions listed on the screen when you click the link. Thank you so much for helping to provide much needed relief to our community.